a lot of these times when we build a place up in our heads, it doesn't live up to expectations. And maybe the best context for this question is in terms of national parks, because it's easier for a lot of other people to think about. But what is a place that did not live up to your expectations?
People are probably going to hate me for this, but Glacier.
Really?
Glacier National Park didn't do it for me.
Really? No way. That's my favorite park.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it about Glacier that you did not like?
I don't know. I don't know what it was. I was there shortly after I saw you in the Tetons, and
Wasn't there construction there? Like big construction there when you were there?
there was.
It was
but
around that time.
It was, yes, but it wasn't like, it didn't hinder my experience.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe it was just because I loved the Tetons so much, and then so I went there and just, I don't know, but it was also every person that I had talked to leading up to Glacier was saying how incredible it was and how amazing it was.
Yeah, I was
gonna
one of
be.
those people.
Yes, and I just got there and I didn't have that feeling that I got like when I saw Yosemite for the first time or when I saw the Tetons. It didn't light up my soul, and I was like, okay, obviously it was beautiful and I loved the hikes that I did, and but it didn't do it for me.
I can't believe that, because I was probably telling you how great Glacier was while we were in Tetons.
Yep.
And Tetons are my number 2 park, and Glacier's my number 1. And you go there and you do not feel the same at all.
No.
I find that amazing. Like, I can't imagine how you could go to somewhere like Glacier and just not.
I genuinely thought something was wrong with me. Because so many people were like, oh, if you love these places, you're going to love Glacier. And so I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to love Glacier. Like, I just had it in my head. And then, I don't know, I got there and I was like, I would be okay not coming back here, But I do want to go back because I'm hoping that maybe it was just the time of year or whatever space I was in at the time. It just wasn't doing it for me, but
That's just hard for me to believe.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
So I went there. This was the late summer of 2021, and the weekend I went, it was overcast and rainy and foggy the entire weekend. We had, for the 3 days I was there, we had maybe 15 minutes of sunlight.
Wow.
Like, we did not have a great view of anything. Like, even up on going to the Sun Road, we could hardly see the other side of the mountains. But I knew that this was the place.
Yeah.
And so I can't imagine how you go. You have, I'm assuming, at least decent weather.
Yeah.
And
bad.
you just don't have that kind of experience.
No.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of hiking there, at least?
I did a good amount.
Yeah. Is that a place that you would like to go back to do more hiking? And maybe that would change your mind?
I think if I'm going to go back to Glacier, I'd want to go on like a backpacking trip, and like kind of maybe stay more in the backcountry and get that kind of experience from it. Because it was kind of like the same with Yellowstone. Like, I got, so many people hyped up Yellowstone, and I didn't feel it. I was like, I'm really not impressed with this place. And I think maybe if I experienced it in a different way, like did something a little different while I was there, like immersed myself a bit more into the environment, then maybe I'll have a different feeling for it.
See, so there's something I can agree with you on, because I've been to Yellowstone twice, and it is beautiful, but I think that one, especially like from the road, and even maybe doing a couple hikes, it's hard to really get into.
Yeah.
I think, because it's not like it's not amazing. It's beautiful, but in a way, it's almost, especially like compared to Tetons, which are right next to it. You don't notice it as much as you would Tetons in a way. But I say the same thing about Yellowstone. I think Yellowstone would be amazing if you could take more time and really dive deep into the backcountry of it, especially if you can have like a guide. So you can really see the park for what it is and have that full experience. What is one of the parks that you've been to that you are most dying to go back to in order to do more hiking and exploration of it?
Yosemite.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I went there for the first time in March, So a lot of the things were still closed. And then I went back again in maybe like mid-April. And that's when I did Half Dome, which was incredible. But again, I would love to go and like backpack for like a week there, or, just do something. I feel like there's so much to explore there. And especially when you go, higher up and in the backcountry, like I couldn't imagine what it would be like.
And in backpacking, is that something you would do alone?
I want to. So since Peru, I haven't been out backpacking, which I really want to do this summer, just time and, everything. It didn't align. But I would totally go out and do it alone. Maybe not for 6 days, at least to start, maybe a night or two.